Hello to you and welcome to Tazama. Today Tazama is in Tabaka, Kisii County. Tabaka is so well known because of its richness in soapstone. This mining, as you can see behind me, has been ongoing since 1885. And according to Mines and Geology Department, this rock lies 800 feet deep and only 20% of it has been mined. So I'm here with Nixon Matoke, who's going to tell me just a bit more about this place. Hey, habari bana Nixon.
Nzuri sana. As you can see, the mining process begins here, where we get the stone, kimainiwa, we bring it out, where it can be easily transported from this place to the working sheds. That's where we find the carvers, where the carving process again inaendelea.
So thanks. So as we'll be going with Nixon down the quarry, let's join Chris and Kasiva with our first story on Bangla Pesa.
In Mombasa's Bangladesh slum, majority of the residents live below the international poverty line, which is less than $1 a day. This means they do not have that purchasing power of the goods and services offered to them. This has led to the introduction of complementary currency called Bangla Pesa in that community through an organization called Koru Kenya. Will Rudik is one of the founders of Koru Kenya, which seeks to support and empower marginalized communities and individuals.
Bangla Pesa is a program that enables chamas to trade with each other in a way that if one person has some excess goods and services, like excess time in the day, they can be riding a boda, they can now trade that with some other person in the network for their water. We're also incorporating school fees in some of the schools in the area. So basically it's an exchange system. It's called a mutual credit exchange.
This complementary currency was launched in 2013 with the purpose of stabilizing the economy in informal settlements.
What we're really trying to do is make sure that the people on the ground, we say uchumi mashinani, that the grassroots economy is the one that's able to say we are backing these pieces of paper. It's a voucher for our goods and services, and we're creating it ourselves.
Bangla Pesa works in business networks or chamas that one joins with the endorsement of 4 members in the network. Once you join, you're given 400 Bangla Pesas for free, though 200 of them are kept for community service work. During economic downtimes, these residents still have their own goods and services to offer each other, yet they do not have money to exchange them with. There is a solution. These residents join a business network where they get to use Bangla Pesa as a medium of exchange. The lady can now buy healthy food for her family from the local farmer. The local farmer can now pay a bicycle operator to carry her potatoes to the market. The bicycle operator can fix shoes at a cobbler, and the cobbler can go buy water from the lady. This completes a full cycle of barter trade without using money but Bangla Pesa as a medium of exchange. Bangla Pesa allows network or chama members to trade with each other without using the national currency.
We basically want them to be just like change because we want them to move really, really fast. We don't want people saving them at all. The idea is they're saving their shillings. So the Bangla Pesa, there's a 5 bob, there's a 10, a 20, and a hamsini.
Only registered members are allowed to trade with the Bangla Pesa, though non-registered members can participate in the community service events. This voucher cannot be counterfeited. It has security features such as ultraviolet ink, specialty paper, microlettering, serial numbering and a metallic stamp. These vouchers are not meant to replace or be legal tender in any way, but rather represent the goods and services of the business network or chama.
The whole idea is that it should be for their daily spending, their daily needs, and they should be saving their shillings now so that they can invest in their future now with their shillings. And even when the economy starts doing better and better at certain times of the year, they use the Bangla Pesa less.
Some of the countries that use this concept are Switzerland, Brazil, and Germany. Will Rudik and his team plan to expand this program to other areas of Mombasa like in Likoni, Kibarani, Kongowea, and other environs in the county's informal settlements. They also plan to launch Gatina Pesa in the month of October in Nairobi's Kawangware informal settlement.
We really want to be together with the central bank and also local governments now to be monitoring that and make sure that there's a good flow of this currency between communities and that it's also helping to stabilize the local economies.
Bangladesh has between 25 to 30,000 residents, and out of these, 200 businesses are registered on Bangla Pesa.
There's a good flow of this currency between communities and that it's also helping to stabilize the local economies.
Nixon and I head down to the quarry where we meet Mzee Nchomba, who is the owner. He shows us how he mines the rocks. Hiyo ni ya kung'oa mawe kutoka chini.
Kung'oa kutoka chini. Ikiwa ni msito sana, natumia hii.
Hiyo ni
nyundo.
Hii ni ya kufanya ikuwe loose sasa kabisa.
Iwe rahisi. Sasa hiyo ndio kitanda ya kuchukua nayo. Inakuanga watu wawili.
Watu wawili. Mmoja anashika pande na mwingine hapa.
Leta lili. Elina lingo.
This is a very interesting innovation right here of carrying these rocks down, or rather up this place. And speaking of invention, it cannot get any better as what you're about to watch next on Water Parks.
The United Nations classifies Kenya as one of the water-scarce countries in the world, with the surface water coverage taking up only 2%. Access to water varies among regions, and those in poorer areas suffer the most. Kenya's Vision 2030 anticipates ensuring all Kenyans have access to water. People living in water-stressed regions will spend less time, money, and energy to access this basic human right.
Witagwa Violet Muthoni na guku turi witagwa Kagandari. Guku Kagandari twi thina wa mai ni tondu ringi mai kuraca muno gundu witagwa Thoci na mundu ni anogaga muno.
Violet's story is not an isolated case. Environmental health statistics of 2010 state that women in water-stressed regions walk an average of 6 kilometers daily in search for the elusive basic right. Water transportation in many African regions is made possible through the 20-liter mtungi, which David Chanzera of Partners for Care discourages.
People have been using the jerrycans, and as we know, the jerrycans are not made to store drinking water. They're made for several uses, like chemicals, soaps, and anything else, but not drinking water for humans. Because the jerrycans can never be clean, no matter what. They are already contaminated, even how you wash it, even if you wash it with water, it will never be clean.
Mutungi nago ni tunogaga tondu kuma abo kuite mutungi ringi wabota kuthi withire mutungi ucio ringi wanotina nguniko mbega nuka wivugite ni witikirwa ni manji riu ananie mara mengi makwa makinyaga rimwe ta nuthu tondu mutungi wakwa rimwe nguniko ti mbega riu makinyaga nuthu ngioka ni mwigu kiamba nginyitwa ni mbepo iyo ndo agukua mai ngitikagirwa.
Partners for Care is a humanitarian, religious, non-governmental organization that joined hands with Park H2O, a global social innovation company, to assist women like Violet Muthoni to access water with less trouble.
We have a product that we call it a water pack. And the water pack enables us to get safe water. As long as you put safe water in the pack, then you will have safe water out to drink. When you carry it on the back, you feel it is like lighter. It's like 10 liters. It's like half lighter than the jerrycan. The other advantage of the water pack is it takes the shape of your bag, so you don't have to maybe bend when you're carrying it. You just walk straight, and that is helping the old lady.
Tazama follows David and his team to Isiara in Embu County, where they will distribute water packs and train residents how to use them. Violet Muthoni is among the beneficiaries.
Hii ni gunia tu kawaida, lakini kitu ambacho kinatusaidia kubeba maji ni hii karatasi ya nailoni hapa ndani. Lita 20 za maji zitafika hapa.
Lita 20
hapa chini. Tutajionea, so tutaweka hii maji na tutajua So hapa ndicho kipimo cha maji.
First, the water pack has a bigger space whereby you can clean it very well.
Utakunja hivyo.
Ukakunja itaremwa huko.
Ukishamaliza hivyo,
wale chako donde kwa huko.
Unarudisha huko mbele.
Unaanza kale mwenu wa mbele na kwenda tapu ile.
Wana vile nimefanya. Tunaona hizi kanda mbili hapa.
Mikanda ni achoka ni
zimekuja pamoja. Unazishika unazifunga pamoja.
Ukinyita hizo mikanda zile ukinyita ukioba.
Si unaona vile kumekuwa? Sasa si ni mtungi sasa huko.
Before we do the distribution, we normally go and assess the area and find the data in the hospitals about the waterborne illnesses. And whenever we do the distribution, then at some point we go do follow-ups and know how people are doing with the water packs, any challenges, we help them. We have seen the water pack can be a solution to the waterborne illnesses in your country, in Africa and all over the world.
After long queues and a hot day, Violet Muthoni gets her own water pack.
Ndegwa wega muno ni tondu ruana nditindaga gukua mutungi no akwa tunga kundaga mai ma kunywa ba me matheru.
So mzee, tumetoa hii mawe kule chini tumezileta hapa. Hebu tuelezee sasa kutoka hapa zoe ngapi?
Sasa ikifika hapa gari inakuja inachukua mali wanachongea kituo ya kuchongea.
Okay. So as we will be transporting these rocks from this place to the place where carving is going to start, let's take a short break. So here we are. It is at this place, this shed here. This is where carving process begins. Real carving process begins right after the stones have been transported right from the quarry to this place. So let's get in there and see what really happens. Sawa sawa. Habari yako?
Nzuri sana.
Kwa majina unaitwa nani?
Kwa majina naitwa Patrick Mutuna.
So unaweza tuelezea process mzima ya kutoka mawe ikitoka kwa kwari mpaka ikifika hapa?
Process yenye napitia tunaleta yakiwa mawe. Shapika hapa sasa tunaanza ile tunaita sketching. Sasa mtu wa kwanza ana sketch. Kutoka kwa mtu wa kwanza akimaliza sketching anapea mtu wa pili. Mtu wa pili naye anaichonga inapikia mahali sasa inakuwa ni nyepesi. Kishakuwa nyepesi anapea mtu wa tatu. Mtu wa tatu naye anaichonga, akishachonga anaipikisha mahali sasa kama ni mask inachonga hapa hivi inaonekana ni elephant mask. Sasa ikishafika hapa napea mtu wa 4. Sasa mtu wa 4 naye sasa anaifanya inakuwa finished. Sasa inakuwa tayari. Inaweza sasa kupeana kwa sandpaper. Hii kwa mfano vile unaiona ikiwa hivi. Sasa ni kuipaka mafuta ama nipake rangi. Sasa ikiwa ishapakwa rangi ama mafuta, sasa inaweza kuwa tayari kwa soko. Yeah.
Ningepata uwezo nikubadilishe kazi, nikutoa hii kazi, nikupeleke kazi nyingine. Ungeza taka nikubadilishe kazi na nani?
Kazi yenye ningeweza kwa siku moja, ningeenda hata niendeshe hata pikipiki for one day. Yeah.
So speaking of that, let's watch this week's Job Swap.
This week on Job Swap, we meet up with Abdul Karim. Abdul Karim is a matatu conductor at the famous 58 Buruburu route.
Mimi huanza kazi asubuhi saa 11 asubuhi. Kesi ufanya in 8 hours shifts kuanzia 5 mpaka 2. So after 2 na make sure nimelipa all the workers, na make sure nimekea mwenyewe pesa yake na nimepatia wafanyikazi mishahara. Kazi yangu mpenda cause more meet different type of people na more penda sana ku interact nao cause una learn more from them.
And from our long list of professionals, we decided to swap Abdul with...
Hiya, baby Jesus. Baby.
My name is Grace Morara, and I'm a daycare attendant. I have worked as a daycare attendant now for this the 7th year. Okay, daycare attendant entails taking care of the children. They normally report at 5:45 in the morning. We receive the children. Some of them, we put them to bed to sleep because it's still a little bit early. You can't let them to play. At 8 a.m., you wake them up, you give them their breakfast. Some of them, they come with their porridge. Mostly they do come with their foods. But you also have foods that you prepare for them. So if they come with their own foods, you check on their bags, what they have carried, on their flasks. If they have milk, porridge, oats, Weetabix, we give them.
Hey, now it's time for Papa stand up.
What I love most is because children, they have a big heart and they forget very fast. They're not like adults. They don't hold anything. The most challenging aspect about daycare services is because it's very hard for the children to leave their parents when they are being brought. Most of them, they tend to cry and they disrupt the attention of the other children because they are crying for their parents.
We are going to swap you with a daycare attendant.
Daycare attendant.
Matatu conductor for the 58 routes.
That's nice.
Okay, if the man who is working in the matatu will be willing to teach me, then I'll take the challenge.
So I'll give it a try.
On the day of the swap, we took Abdul to meet Grace.
Okay, liingia nikakaribishwa na mama mwenye watoto. Akaniambia vile nitafanya kuanzia kucheck bag zao zina nini wamebeba, vyakula zile watakula. Oh. Eat. Okay. Drink this one. Take. Like this. Oh.
When I met Abdul, it was around 10. He told me how they are working out in the matatu. Then he gave me the coins. Then I started calling the passengers. It was not easy.
Mnajua nyimbo gani tuimbe? Unajua kwa nyimbo gani? Chachi unaimbaga ngoma nyimbo gani? Wangu ilikuwa challenging juu watu wengi wadogo pale na wengine wanaona nikaa wanaogopa kuongea sababu wenyewe washinda taanza kuchezesha game kaa gani nini unajua. Hatucheze. Bye. Gonga huyo. Weka hivi. Show. Kama weka mkono toto. I love you. Wow. Ngoja kidogo. Athari hizo.
The first challenge that I got when I was in the Matatu was that the driver was driving very fast. It was not easy for me. So I was being thrown here and there, but I really managed myself. And even kulipisha now, taking the fare was not easy for me because some of the passengers, they were being charged 50 bob and some of them, they were being charged 70. So I could not tell who is who now.
Mablanda naye imekuwa kibao, nimechukua toei shaweka juu ya kitanda ya juu na siangalie kama za dunda nini ma safety car hizo. Nishatupa ambao wamelala na sweta na wafai kulala na sweta na nafaa kuwa nimewatoa nini ndio at least walale fiti.
The driver wanted to go to his left side and there were so many cars that were coming so fast. So I had to borrow the lane for the driver. It was not easy. I wouldn't choose Matatu. I'll still go back to the daycare attendant.
Amejaribu sana. Ingawaje upande wa kuomba laini ndio nimeona amekuwa na shida kidogo. Lakini hapo nimemhongera maana si wengi wanaweza fanya kazi vile amefanya. I'll give her 80 kwa sababu amejaribu.
Yeah, I deserve an 80 because at least I controlled the cars and then they stood. They gave us lane. So I can 80 is fine with me.
Na hujamfundia pale
hapo. Umecheza blanda.
Hapo ndo kutoka max. Usiweze kama mtoto kitanda ya juu. What you should have done, ungeata ungeweka. Sasa walale ile style hivi. Kuzujani wadogo. Mtoto kutoka kichwa kutoka pale mpaka hapa iko sawa. Alafu mwa change. Napkins.
Bado.
Unaweka walale na choo na umetoka kwa feed na chakula.
Unajua ni mambo ni wapeleke kwa lu sasa ni mmoja tukamwoni tufanye na mmoja peke yake jua time.
Sasa kuna time hizi kwa mtoto achomeke.
Snacks nimepatia according to bag zao vile ziko, alafu sawa akashare juu kulikuwa na mmoja alikuwa na ndizi, mwingine na nini.
Alafu wauji wa mapamos, machai, wapo share.
Hizo sikuwapatia.
Wapo sasa hujapatia
tu snacks tu peke yake juice.
Na wamelala njaa. So akiamka 5 wataamka kiwa na choo, wataamka kiwa na njaa. Sasa tupatie max ngapi? Kwanza kwa kitanda tumekutoa 5 max already. Sasa tuseme kuna 95 basi tumekutoa 5. Alafu kwa kutoangalia mabags zao zote tumekutoa 10. Hapo mbaki na 80.
Siwezi taka hiyo job disgusting.
Alright, very elegant. So, mzee kama hii ni shingapi hivi?
Hii ni 250.
So this is the final product of the process that we've been following, right? From mining to carving, to give it shape, and now ready for market in a shop. So hope you enjoyed the show. As I hook up myself with this very elegant elephant mask, you can reach us on the links that are appearing on your screen. Until next time, bye.